What started as a little indie project has gone on to become such a mainstream phenomenon, even catching the eyes of Pete Davidson, which leads me to my next question. You were in an episode of his show Bupkis. How did that opportunity come about for you, and like, what is it like working with Pete?
Oh my God, that came about because he's been a huge Terrifier fan since the first film. He was like apparently on when he was on set Saturday Night Live, he would show the other castmates and guests. They're like, "Hey, you got to see this movie. Come in," and they could just show them the hacksaw scene or something like that, just to mess with people. So like when part two came out, he knew that he found out that like Damien lived on Staten Island as well. So he rented out a whole entire theater just for Damien, our producer Phil, and him to sit there and watch the movie together. And he's such a huge fan, and I just get a message like I was coming back from the premiere for the Mean One out here in LA, and because I was living in New York at the time, and I get a message from my agent. It's like, hey, Pete Davidson wants you to be on his show. Can you do this? You just got to be on set tomorrow. I'm like, I'll find a way to be there. Yeah, hell yeah. And it's just this a small little cameo, and I was like, just because he wanted. With that show, especially that segment in the show, he wanted to have a lot of like people that he really liked in this hallucination he was having. And that was such a surreal experience to just walk in there and there's all these celebrities in this room and all these executives from NBC and like all that there. And I was like, this is insane. And they're just like, here's some props, just play around and do some silly things. And so it was fun having like that captive audience, and Pete's just going nuts the whole entire time. He was laughing his head off. He's a really cool dude. He's like he's very real. He's a very real guy, and that's what I like about him.